This is the Biz Marquee.
Hey guys, it's Audrina Patridge here.
I'm Jason Momoa, and you're watching Covino and Rich.
And you're watching Covino and Rich.
Covino and Rich. Yeah!
Time to do it. I hear him. Time to do
Actually,
it.
it was yesterday was the time to do it. Where's he at?
Time to do it.
Where's he at? What's going on, man?
Good to see you. Xzibit is here. What's up, man?
What's up?
Yo, it's been like 14, 15 years since we've seen you, man. You were on our show in New York. Like
We found an old picture of us. Yo, that shit was old.
Yo,
we were all younger men.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll pull it up, man.
Yes.
We'll pull it up because it's a day you might want to forget. You had the sweaty armpits that day.
Oh, man. Hey, man.
Yeah, it's okay because I had a soul patch.
Yeah.
He had some shitty hairdo. Look at this.
Hey, look at that.
You're like, yeah, I remember that day.
Hey, I do, man. I do. Goddamn right guard. Failed me.
You bought wrong guard that day.
Yeah, wrong guard. Failed me that day.
Oh man, it's good to see you. Look good, man.
Thanks,
Yo,
man.
that
Appreciate it.
chain, bro.
Yeah,
Yo,
man.
but
Dude.
do you mind? Can I try it on?
Go ahead, man.
Because I feel like
Seriously?
I just feel like it might not be my style as much as yours. But hold on.
Holy shit.
Oh,
You dropped all the GoPro cameras.
oh.
Here,
Hold
drop
on.
Look at that chain's knocking shit down.
Yeah.
Look at this.
His
There
chain
you
hang
go.
low.
Oh.
Yo, what is
There
that?
you go.
Yo, that shit looks so dope, but so lame on him.
Hold on, Spot. By the way, Spot is mad that I knocked over the GoPro that's on a coffee cup.
Yeah.
Put two of them. I know.
Yeah.
But what do you think?
There you go.
The
It's
chain looks good.
3.5 kilos of real gold. There
Yo,
you go.
that shit is crazy,
Oh
dude.
my goodness.
Yeah, but look at that exhibit. You look like the man in that shit.
Yeah.
You pull it off, right?
Hey, what are you saying?
You make that shit look so corny.
He looks like an EDM DJ.
Yo, even that chain. Is that your chain? Everybody knows that's not your chain.
There you go, sir.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Can I just feel the weight on that thing?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
That is crazy. This is
You
a
get
workout
I was gonna
itself.
say, yo, he's
That's how
doing
you
like
do it.
that's
Yo,
a
your
workout.
your neck is swole. His neck is ripped as a result.
What
Yeah.
I find most fascinating about Xzibit is you've done a ton of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And yet I'm looking at all the stuff you've done, and listen, Pimp My Ride was such a big deal. I can't
was
believe
3
it
years.
only ran for 3 years. I feel like that shit was
Right.
on forever.
Right. Well, they definitely had no qualms about running the fuck out of it from Viacom. You know what I'm saying? They ran it. They chopped it up, made different shows with it. It was like in Spanish, and
Yeah.
it was the El Pimpiando, and you know what I'm saying? It was seen the shit in Russia. So they definitely got their run out of it.
Yeah, well, hey, it makes you a familiar face, right? Everybody
Absolutely,
knows Xzibit.
absolutely.
But you've done movies, you've done the music. What's your true love, though, man?
Music.
Music's
It has to
always
be.
the true love, right?
I can do music in my sleep.
Rapping since you were 14 years old.
Yeah, I've been writing since I was 13.
Wow.
But only when I got to be like 17, 18 years old is when I actually started being around real professional musicians and actually got to figure out, what my direction was at that time.
What was it like back then, though, when you first started writing? What were the rhymes about? You're a 13-year-old kid. What were you
yeah.
really going through? You know what I mean? Like,
You just use keywords. You try to be fresh. You know what I'm saying? You try to do things that are, I still remember some of them rhymes from back then. But
that's just funny, though. I
It
bet,
is,
right? Like,
but
can you give me one? Like,
no, fuck no.
why not? Talk about Nerf footballs and like, what were you talking about? Transformers and shit.
Nah, it was just wordplay back then. It was
Right,
just
right.
like making words rhyme, and I don't think you knew. I didn't know how to comprehend.
You were honing the skill.
Yeah. I was just kind of honing the skill.
Right.
So it was just about wordplay back
But
then.
you could see the progression in your writing, right? You still
Yeah.
Do you still keep that stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
You have it somewhere.
I have all of the rhymes that I've written since my first album.
Wow.
Like the handwritten copies, because if something happens and I get to be placed in some type of museum or award or whatever happens, I don't want my fucking
Right.
cell phone that I wrote all my lyrics turning around in a little kiosk or
Right.
whatever it is. I want my real handwritten lyrics.
That's dope. Yeah.
When you realize that you got the skills to not only rap, not only be a performer, but you're on Empire now. You
Yes.
did all you host, you act, you do all this stuff. When you look at other people that do it, whether it be an Ice Cube or an Eminem or other guys in the game that have tried to do the acting, if you got the skills behind the mic, do you feel like acting comes easier?
No, actually, it's two different things.
You just happen to have the multi-skills.
Well, I mean, no, I mean, well, as a musician, you spend so much time communicating with just your voice, the inflection of your voice. I mean, you do radio, you know, when the energy's up, when the energy's down, that people can't see us. But then when you add film and lighting and expression and body language and all, you get to tell your story a lot differently. And what you do in music is not what you do in acting, because you have to be in the moment in acting. And in music, you have to, you kind of keep the energy where you want it. But if you memorize your lines a certain way in acting, it comes across very flat and very dead. So you have to be in a moment, be able to react to the person you're talking to.
Speaking of, he was in 8 Mile with Eminem, and you've worked with Samuel L. Jackson and Ice Cube. When you're working with a guy in his arena, like a Samuel L. Jackson, are you learning from him? Are you amazed? Like, you're primarily a music guy, so now you're in his world. Right. Are you sort of taken back, like, oh shit, this is why he's Samuel
he's legit.
L.
That's why he's Samuel L. Jackson.
I mean, I think as the times change, and as you see movie stars coming and doing television now. You see musicians, having more prominent space in television and movies. So it's different now. I think things are changing. The way people receive entertainment, the way people receive their, what they feel is what they want to, they can binge watch shit now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like the rules of engagement have changed as far as entertainment. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't give a shit. If you're good, then you're good. If you're not, you're not. I think people are just trying to expand and break the boundaries and break the labels that people are used to sticking to them.
So now, hold on. I heard a rumor. I'm just sort of putting it all together right now. Yeah. We're here with Xzibit. Empire's the show. I read a rumor that Timbaland's leaving. He does a lot of the music for the show, right?
Yeah, well, he's gone already. I think
he's gone.
Yeah. Darkchild is doing the music now.
Well, is this opportunity for you to get some stuff out there too, though?
Nah,
or you wouldn't take that route?
It's like Ghostbusters. You don't cross the beams. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And it's a different style.
Yeah, it's
a
different
thing.
Produced.
It's like a different sort of almost quality too, right?
I like my music black like my heart and my coffee. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like the stuff that I make is kind of abrasive and and it just doesn't fit with what my character is doing on the show. He's a producer. Shine is a street person that is kind of like trying to legitimize his business and legitimize himself.
Shine Johnson.
Yeah, exactly. And get up in there and have a seat at the table, basically. And he's willing to do anything and everything to make that happen.
How did Fox go about making the show so legit? Because people say that this show seems pretty genuine. Is it getting the people that are really involved in the game to sort of give input of like, no, this is not how it would be. This is how it would be.
It's night and day. The real music business is sort of like that, but we would all be in jail if shit was going down.
But are you consulting like, yo, this is a little crazy, but I'm going to guide you. This is what sort of the
the good thing about the writers and the direction and production staff is when we're in the scene, it is definitely easy to point out things, and they take direction and they take suggestions, and just as we do too, So it's a great working relationship, but no, it's not like the real music industry.
Would they take suggestions from you though? Because you've lived it.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah,
that's cool. Like if you're sitting in the studio, you may say like, yo, some guy would never be sitting there in a studio doing that, right, or stuff like that.
Yeah, and they listen to all of that direction. It's dope.
We've had so many people on our show throughout the years. Over 10 years ago. So it's good to see you again. What about Terrence Howard? Because we've never met him. We've never had him on.
Is he the real deal? He seems legit, huh?
He's the real deal, man.
Did you like him in Hustle and Flow too?
Yeah,
that shit was hot, right?
Whoop
that trick.
I think Terrence is a genius when he gets on the set. He makes everything. Him and Taraji, just their combination is carried films, it's carried television shows, and man, the reason I go back to what the original question was. How does this resonate? How does it react? Like how did the show get to be so big? And Fox gets all the kudos and Danny Strong and Lee Daniels for taking a chance. This show was it was turned down on several different networks before Fox took the brave step of saying, you know what, let's put this on the air. And when they did, the rewards are phenomenal.
Are some people just waiting for that breakout role to show their skills? Like you just said, Taraji P. Henson. That character Cookie. Since that, everyone's like, yo, look at her. Like where should
movies, everything.
Yeah,
it's
like that opens figures came out. It opened up.
It opens a door to be like, yo,
around the world though. so.
look at the talent this person has, and it just needed the right project to sort of demonstrate it?
Absolutely. I think once you have proof of concept, because for a long time they told black actors, black actresses that our films didn't open well worldwide, so you had to either give smaller budgets or think smaller. I think the things that are happening with Empire, the things that are happening with Hidden Figures, the things that are happening with the other films that are coming on, the other breakout TV shows, Blackish, you know, all these other shows that people are like, oh, well, people do watch it.
Right.
You know, I think
does
that
translate.
those stigmas, those stereotypes have been broken, and now this is just the beginning.
Wow, that's a cool way. And what's the aftermath like? The show airs.
Yeah.
You know, and it's on such a big level now.
Yeah.
What's the feedback that comes in? What's it like?
You're checking Twitter. Are you checking Twitter and stuff to see what people
start
say?
banging my phone, asking me what's going to happen next week.
Oh, they want to know the scoop?
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you shit, bro.
Wow. And do you sit there and watch it, or do you just go out on about your life and not even tune in?
Well, my family likes to watch it now, and we don't get to watch playback when we're actually filming the shows. So we don't know what it looks like until it actually comes on TV. So part of me is like, ooh, I don't know what happened. Let me watch this shit.
Yeah. What if you don't like how you look, though, or you don't care?
It's too late now, but
you don't care.
Yeah, that's so funny. You always worry about that shit so much.
You're like, because now it's out there. Like he said, you just got to deal with it. Your friends are probably ripping on you.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
I'm looking at some of the people you worked with. I'm curious if you have some odd friendship with anyone that like, whether it be you worked with Jennifer Aniston, Nick Cage, The Rock, any of these people you do Coveney, any of these people you click with or no?
Yeah. The funny thing about you say Jennifer Aniston. There's a funny story. We were doing a film in London called Derailed.
Great movie.
And at the time, she was still with Brad Pitt. And the first day of filming, we had to do this scene where I had to beat her with a gun. Yeah, and Brad Pitt was
that's heavy.
And Brad Pitt was on set.
Right.
And this was like my first time in this kind of production with this, ensemble with Clive Owen. It's like, and the first scene, first day of work is, okay, you must take this, and there's a big ass Desert Eagle. You must beat her. You shake her. The guy's giving me directions. I'm like, okay, all right. So, and action. So I'm like,
gentle
I'm being gentle with her. I'm like rubbing the gun on her arm, you know what I'm saying? And she's full blown in it, like crying and shit. I'm like, okay, look, okay, and he's like, cut. He's like, no, you must shake her. I was like, bro. It's Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt right there. I don't want to catch a fade from Brad Pitt because I'm over here pistol whipping. He's like, you an actor? So I was like, all right, cool. So then the next, I was like, all right, here we go.
By the way, when you choking her, no, don't choke her.
I was like, hey, shit. Yeah. I only do things one way, okay?
Right. I was gonna say you're Xzibit. Everyone knows Xzibit, but when you see a Brad Pitt, is that like still a weird thing to you? Like that's fucking Brad Pitt just standing
it's dope,
there.
Man.
It's a cool thing, right?
It was dope, man. We smoked some pot together. Oh, I shouldn't say that.
No, but what a bragging. That's so funny. I wanted to ask you this. You're from.
That's my guy, though.
You're from Michigan, right? You're a Michigan guy, right? When you're hanging with your friends from back in the day, and you're smoking out, and you're just laughing about your life, and remember when we were little, and I used to write rhymes, and you're like, yo, dude, your career now. I'm sure you reminisce and you talk.
Yeah.
Does it ever bug you out that you got the opportunity, like, yo, dude, I got to beat Jen Aniston. I got pistol whipped.
I smoke with Brad Pitt.
There's a lot of things I can be proud of, but that not being one of them.
But that must be a bug out, no? To you and your
it
friends
is.
when you're talking?
Actually, it's good. It's funny you say that. I'm really good friends with people I still went to high school with.
Yeah.
And they're actually best men in my wedding. And
they keep you grounded.
Yeah. I mean, it's a testament to how our friendship has been. It's always been genuine. They've always supported me. There's never been a point where
that's awesome.
They feel like I've disconnected from them. Like
they root for you, man. You got their family.
Yeah, because I root for them too. And so to have them involved in my life still at this point, we get to laugh about things that when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it good.
You spent your teenage years in Albuquerque.
Yes.
Now Albuquerque, we went to for the first time.
Oh my God! Yeah.
We did a road trip.
We didn't know what to expect? We had no idea.
Oh, dude, I'll tell you what, man. There were some vatos locos there. like, I'll tell you what, a lot of Mexican support for Covino and Rich.
I was proud, dude.
And, obviously, what else? Albuquerque, Breaking Bad sort of put it more on the map and stuff. Albuquerque, a dope spot or what? Or is it underrated, or is Albuquerque rated just fine?
I mean, hey, look, shit.
Hey, it inspired you to some degree.
It inspired me to get the fuck out of there.
Right, there it is. Yeah, see? That's the key.
But I was born in Detroit. I still got a lot of friends and family that in both places. People in Albuquerque get mad because, hey, you don't claim Albuquerque. I was like, look, man, I was there for 7 years, and it was like it was a very different time for me. You know what I'm saying? I just lost a parent. You
moved in with your dad or something, right?
Yeah, it was wild, and so a lot of friends of mine got killed out there. A lot of people succumbed to drugs.
It's like a weird time in your life.
Yeah, it's like a really weird, different time transition period. So when I left when I was 17, and I came to California with $3 grand, a black and purple Geo tracker, and some cross color clothes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What was the mindset though? You left with your sister, right? You and your sister?
No, my sister's still there in Albuquerque.
It said it said ended up moving to Albuquerque, LA with his sister. When you moved out here by yourself, what was the mindset then? Like, yo, I gotta make it. It's like,
seriously, I talked to my dad before I left, and I said, if I continue to stay here, I'm gonna die. So I need to leave, and I think the best place for me to go is California. I got a couple of friends out there. They're trying to do this and that, and really I didn't know anybody except one guy named Jay Johnson, and he ended up lying to me about having his own apartment. He stayed with his fucking parents in Duarte. So when I got here, I stayed my first night homeless on Venice Beach. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And so I called him, and back in the day, they didn't have, cell phones, so I had to page him. It was the days of pages.
Of course.
And so he called me back the next day on this payphone, so I went to Duarte, and from there, I told his parents were, gonna let me stay there. I gave him the $3,000 I had just, for thanking them for letting me stay there.
Oh shit!
And that's kind of how I got my start. And I started rolling around, going to battles, and going here in LA. Like, what's the kid from Married with Children?
Bud Bundy?
Yeah.
You mean street rapper Grandmaster B?
Yeah, whatever the fuck.
Grandmaster B.
He had a club called Ballistics, and I used to go there and burn everybody down. You know what I'm saying? Like, my battles were like there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
And then we used to go in this place called Unity, Bigger B, rest in peace, and Orlando. Those are like where I cut my teeth. And then I started with music. I signed Loud, released Paparazzi, and that's how I started.
Wow. Xzibit here on the show. I love hearing the backstory, too. Again, Empire.
I love I love the backstory because you come here, like you said, you spend night one on the beach.
Yeah.
You give the couple $1,000 you have.
Loved it.
When you finally made, was there a moment where you said, all right, I'm actually making money doing what I love, and you started to feel a little bit like comfortable, or no? Do you remember that?
No, I immediately fucked the money up as soon as I got it.
And now back
immediately,
to
immediately. That's what. Yeah, but that's part of the learning curve too. You get money, you lose money, you get it back. This last 10 years coming up into the when I got Empire and all this other stuff, it was really rough for me. It's no sugarcoating about it. It was like a really tough time for me and my family.
What, transitioning?
No,
wise?
it's just I was in between things.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
But you didn't put enough aside to not make it so worrisome?
I hired fucked up people.
You did.
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck.
And business managers and accountants. And,
so we got the wrong idea though. We think Xzibit, successful rapper, must have a lot of money put aside.
Absolutely.
But you're getting by just like anybody else.
Right. Well, for the last 10 years it was like that. But now I'm got a Ferrari.
No, right. So no, that's awesome, bro. That's cool.
Yeah, that was then. I'm talking about now.
Right.
But then it's not my job to go and let everybody know, my bleeding, heart stories and all that stuff. Because
but it's nice to know everybody has ups and downs, and you didn't, fall down and cry about it. You got right back up.
You got right back up, and now you're killing it more than ever.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to bring your personal life to the workplace, and that's not what we do here. People want to be entertained. People don't want to be bummed out. There's certain people that are fans of yours that want to know the in-depth everything that's going on with you, and it's some things I like to let out, but other things I like to kind of keep close to my chest.
Yeah.
And so, like going through that, and like if you're going to get into entertainment or anything, you're never too big to pay your own bills. I preach that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't need a big firm or a record deal or a contract to let people know that you're an artist. Just take the time, and if you don't have billions of dollars, then you don't need a goddamn a business manager.
Right. Yeah,
Right.
let
You
me,
can handle that.
Covino, I'm curious what Xzibit thinks, because we're all around the same age, right? And we grew up with great hip hop, and we grew up with great rock. We went through the whole '90s grunge rock scene,
for real,
and
bro.
and hip hop was killing at that time. We never know if we are just stuck in a generation, or if, because rock music is sort of dead now, and hip hop. The other day we were talking about like mumble rap and stuff. What's your thoughts on the current state of music?
I think the technology and the and the access, the unlimited access of music, and how it's shoved down people's throats, and you don't have time to digest it. You don't have time to dissect it. You don't even have time to figure out who produced it. I mean, it's very label driven. It's very technology driven and very fast. So when people get for example, water here in the States, we take water for granted. We bathe in it, we shit in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We pour it down. We wash the cars. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But in other places, just like to have a glass of water, it's like a privilege. You know what I'm saying? So I think that because of how easy it is, it's easily to be disregarded and disrespected.
It's
and
watered
not
down.
respected. Right. And so now we have a generation of people that don't have to search for anything. Back when we were kids, we had to go out and look at we wanted to open the CD and read it. We wanted to see, what the lyrics were. We wanted
invested in it.
Right,
Like yeah.
Right. You had to go seek it out. Now the entertainment seeks them out on these fucking phones and these devices, and you can either care about it or not. You're gonna get it anyway. So I think that until something else happens where people are invested into the music again, I don't know what that'll take, but I think it's the people being able to seek it out and have the interest in it that we did.
So you're saying the consumer's not as invested because it's so easily accessible.
It's easy to get.
But on the flip side too, it's so easy to make that there's not a lot put into it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I'm
Without
sure
a
when you
doubt.
were making an album, it took you a long time to craft it.
When we started recording, we had reel-to-reels. We had
Right.
actual tapes where you couldn't just type in or punch in. It was like you had to do it right the first fucking time.
Yeah.
And if you didn't do it right, then it had to take an hour for somebody to splice the tape and figure out the right exact space where you're supposed to go. If you had a good guy, it took about 20, 30 minutes. But if it was a new intern or something, you was about an hour, 2 hours. So you better do it right.
Is your
the first
skill
time.
set on that level where you could produce and make beats? Are you good at that shit, or are you just good at rhyming?
I can produce, but I don't.
So you're good in the studio?
I
So
don't.
you
I
can
don't play
produce.
instruments, but I can produce.
No interest in instruments?
No.
You don't even dabble?
I played the violin when I was 7. I don't know if that counts.
Was that when you were Alvin? Does anyone call you Alvin?
Yes.
Your family members call you Alvin?
Yes, my wife, my grandmother.
Oh, they do? They don't call
Yeah.
you Exhibit?
Yeah, no,
Or
fuck
X or... No.
Yeah, no.
So
I would feel weird.
No, so at home you really are.
Exhibit, could you come in here, baby?
You know what, though? I swear to God, I thought they I honestly
hell
did.
no. I'd be
So-
like, Grandma, stop. Stop it.
and then your siblings as well. It's Alvin.
Yeah, it's Alvin. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so at home it's Alvin, but professionally it's Exhibit. Alvin Joyner, born Alvin Joyner, here on the show. Again, you guys still remember the Pimp My Ride stuff, but so much other stuff. Now, we talked about the current state of music. Obviously, Empire's the thing right now. What's new in the music world for you?
Open Bar Entertainment is my label I've been having for quite some time. I am about to relaunch. I have a new artist named James Savage. He's about to come out and then do his thing, and then I'm about to put out my last 2 albums, and we'll be good.
What do you mean your last 2? And then you're retiring?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm
That's
only
it?
going to do 2 more records and I'm done.
No shit.
Yeah.
Why do that?
Because nobody told me when to start. Nobody's going to tell me when to stop.
Oh, so you can stop when you want.
Yeah, stop when I want.
All
Yeah.
right. I like that. It also builds hype. It also builds some hype too. It's like, all right.
No, but I mean, it's like if I do my last 2 albums, then it'll be a total 10. And the last thing I'm going to do is go back and license the rights to the albums I don't own, which is like the first 3.
Right.
And then I'm going to put everything in a box box set with the original artwork, with the original lyrics, with everything.
I like that.
And a film produced for, like, I'm gonna go interview everybody, like people that I went to school with in elementary school, people that hate my guts, people that people I shot at. You know what I'm saying? Like,
make a little documentary.
Total look back at the life. This is your life.
Yeah.
Xzibit.
Yeah.
One last question for Xzibit. Ken, I'm sorry. You gonna say something?
No, go ahead.
Oh, let's say we go to your place. We're inviting ourselves over to hang.
Come on, man. Come on.
Let's have a cookout. You got 10 albums. Do you have all the platinum records, the gold records? Do you have that stuff, the accolades at your house?
No, it's not in my house.
In storage?
Yeah. No, it's in my studio where it belongs.
It is. Okay.
Yeah, my home is my home. And what I do to build a home is fine, but I like to keep church and state separate.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. No.
It's like, yeah.
So it's at the studio, all that
it's
stuff.
It's at the
is
studio,
there.
at the wall, Eminem plaques, Dr. Dre plaques, Snoop Dogg plaques, my plaques. It's there. That's where it's supposed to be. That's the energy that it feeds off each other,
Oh, man.
A pleasure.
Such a pleasure.
A pleasure having you here. Hit him up on Instagram, Twitter, Xzibit, Xzibit, obviously.
Yes.
You play the role of Shine Johnson on Empire. Continued success with
Thank
everything,
you, man.
Good to
I'll see you again. And my armpits are clear.
Yes,
clear.